Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be interviewing Prekeepr, the current number one Daybreak 2 player. I saw that you guys did like the Ancient Ones interview. So I'm today doing one with Prekeepr. If you do enjoy more, I will try to get more content creators to do interviews with. But there's a low chance that they probably will respond. But if you do enjoy the video, please like and subscribe and comment down who should I try to interview next. Anyways, enjoy the video. Hello, Prekeepr.
How's it going, my guy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm doing great. Doing great.
That's good to hear. Just have a few questions for you for this interview, I guess.
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. My first question, since I guess they already implemented it, I don't think they're gonna change it. What do you think about them buffing Sadia?
What do I think?
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't really run into a lot of Sadias recently, so it's not bothering me as much. Granted, if someone were to use her, they would probably be very hard to catch, considering on the vault or whatever. But I mean, still, in my opinion, I think that she's pretty powerful, obviously. And to be honest, I feel like they're overtuning her a bit much. But I don't see anybody as much people use her as I probably should see. But either maybe because people know that she's broken and they don't want to use her, or maybe because they don't want to feel like they're overpowered whenever whatever it may come down to. To me, it's not been a problem, but I'm sure maybe to others it probably is. And to be honest, I do think that they have overtuned her a little much.
What do you think about vault hits? Since they know it's a bug, but they protected Sadia from it. Do you think
Vault hits
should it be
are
like
an interesting thing because yeah, it's a bug, but at the same time, it's like I don't know why they gave her protection for it, even though it kind of makes no sense, to be honest. But I mean, they can do whatever they want, I guess. It's just that I feel like they're really, really trying to make people, either because not many people use Sadia, or maybe because like you don't see many Sadia users, even though her ability is like one of the most amazing abilities in the game. But I mean, yeah, no, to be honest, I think as a vault hits, I feel like it should not have been added, like to buffer more, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Do you think in vault hits should just be like a mechanic in the game, or just stay as a bug?
I feel like it should be a mechanic, honestly. I don't know why they haven't made it a mechanic, to be honest. But I mean, yeah, I feel like it should be a mechanic. I don't know why they haven't implemented it as a mechanic.
Okay. Do you think that pro servers should have been like released earlier, like earlier in the game?
Honestly, yes. Because as of now, it is like kind of in a situation. Well, finally, you won't see people DCing or giving up on killer as much as before. I'll say that. But I mean, still, I feel like it should have been added earlier.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I get what you mean. What do you think about this? Like, since this is getting implemented currently, what do you think about the St. Anne's nerf? Since right now they're saying it's getting nerf slash buffed.
See, St. Anne's is an interesting thing because the graveyard side is the only side that's like problematic. The middle part is fine, honestly, kind of. I mean, the asylum is another decent loop, the inside near the entrance. But I mean, in terms of nerfing the loops, the graveyard side definitely does need some looking into because that place is an absolute infinite loop like area. So yeah. I'm hoping they look into that more rather than just go into like a loop that's like nobody uses and then like buffing it over or like nerfing it either way. I don't know. That's just my opinion though.
Yeah. Do you think that some killers should get a little bit more attention than others? Because there's some killers that haven't gotten like any tweaks or changes like janitor or surgeon?
Um, Surgeon's in an interesting spot because as much as I think he needs a buff, his lunge speed stats are what makes him really good. The problem is that early game he's just really hard to get stuck, especially in a full lobby of really good players. That's when it becomes like really hard, and like, to be honest, even though it's like it doesn't happen often, a full lobby of good players, it's still like a thing that I feel like it should be addressed.
I get what you mean. What do you think about like when they buffed Yara now? Since I guess she's like somewhat buffed.
You know, Yara, I don't know why they buffed her, honestly. She didn't really need it, to be honest. I don't know why they gave it to her. She was fine as is, but I mean, I guess she's not the best looper now, officially. Like, in terms of looping infinitely. So, I mean, there's that. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these buffs they're giving to some of these survivors are a little quite interesting, to be honest.
I get what you mean.
And then you said, what was the other killer you said? Janitor?
Oh, yeah, Janitor, since, I mean, he doesn't get any love at all.
Oh, yeah. Janitor, I feel like, is in an interesting spot, too. He's fine as an anti-loop. Pretty good as an anti-loop, honestly. Ooh, do I get this?
That makes sense. What do you think about Werewolf getting buffed since now he got buffed? Now
I'm glad. I originally I thought that what's it called? Originally I thought he was gonna get his slowdown was affected already, and like I didn't know that it wasn't already. So I mean, I'm glad that they finally are doing it. So, but I'm definitely glad. I'm really glad that they're giving him some love, and because he's a king of snowball, but vaults are what counter him the most.
Yeah. Here is a question that I think this is a little bit important since a lot of people disagree with this. What do you think about the Evelyn silent buffs?
The Evelyn silent buff. Honestly, I'm glad that they're also buffing her a little bit. I don't really see many people use Evelyn anyway, so I'm glad she's getting like some sort of buff, because ever since then I haven't really seen people use Evelyn as much.
I get what you mean, yeah. Here is a question. What do you think about the experiment?
The experiment is in a interesting spot too. Well, because he's really good at gem locking. I just haven't seen people use the gem lock properly with him as much, but I feel like he has potential. His aftershock is a great counter to Anais. I don't know if you knew that. After they go back on the gen, and if you have aftershock, the aftershock still goes through the Anais ability, which is really good, honestly.
Yeah. What do you think about now? Do you think Star Eater should have been like implemented earlier, or do you think this is a perfect time for him to get released?
I mean, I know they have teased him a lot in the past. Like they said they were gonna release him this day, that day, and then like it never happened.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that he's finally getting released. Ooh, I almost had that. Damn.
Okay. Hold up. When do you think you'll be quitting Daybreak 2?
To be honest, in the state Daybreak 2 is now, I don't see myself quitting. I'm in just a chill spot where I just have fun, make abilities, make a video on each ability there is in the game, and just showcase them how in a very fun and unique way, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically all I have to say for that.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to ask this question because a lot of people hate the Survivor, including Ancient. I think you know what Survivor I'm talking to about.
Which one?
Amari. What do you think about the Amari nerf? Since he got more time for his invisibility.
They only got 1 second reduction. I see nothing as like an issue. Like, it's honestly, the 1 second is like nothing. 11 seconds, like, come on. Yeah. I still think he's the most annoying. Yes, you can play Warden. Yes, you can play Idol. But guess what? He has a speed boost. So if you're knowledgeable enough, you'll know that you could use the speed boost, and then you can get some distance.
Okay.
So And not a lot of people. I remember I made a video on him literally like a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were saying just play Possess, just play Watcher. It's like you can do that, but not try chasing them. Like especially if you're Watcher too. If you try chasing as Watcher, good luck. Honestly, like depending on the map though. If it's Haverhill, that's fine, right?
Mhm.
But still, it's still pretty challenging to chase like Amari, even like with the cooldown nerf they did.
Yeah. I get what you mean. What do you actually, now that we're on the topic about Possess, what do you think about Possess? Since not a lot of players, use her at all.
I feel like they just need to get rid of the thing where you. Hold on.
Teleport?
Yeah. Oh my god. I almost got this person. There we go.
Like the cooldown for the lunge?
Whenever she teleports, they just need to. I don't know why they still have it to where you could still. It still has like a 0.5 like second of just not lunging,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't understand why that is a thing. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be a thing, but I mean, hey, that's to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Now that we're on a little bit more topic on killers, what do you think about Slasher's passive currently? Since
Man, his passive is just. I don't know why they haven't looked into it more. To be honest. It's so niche. You barely ever rarely see use of it. So it's like, why even bother still like having that passive? I don't know. That's just me though.
I get what you mean. Yeah. Do you think should rework it or tweak it, like at all?
They need to tweak it. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I feel like it needs a change, but like, I don't know what they would do to change it though, because like his knife throw is already like powerful enough, right? So like, what passive can you give him that will make him less powerful in the long run? Anyways.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
There's a lot of people.
Okay. Here, hold up. I need to find another question real quick. Oh yeah, here's the question. What do you think about the 2v8 mode?
2v8 mode.
Yeah.
I hope it's gonna be balanced in a way where it's not so heavily punishing on the survivors.
Mm-hmm.
Some people said they should make it to where the killers can only choose a certain class.
Mm-hmm.
Or like for example, one can only be one chase and one gen rusher. Let's go.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, or like one expert chase and one. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is, no, yeah, it definitely is. And to be honest, can I make this? Oh, I make this. Wow. Sorry, I'm in a match.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm explaining.
So here is a question, since they actually just butchered Arlo. What do you think about the revive shield now?
You know, I saw a video recently on Arlo, made by Tea Drinker, and looking at the Arlo thing, and I was like, yo, he's still not that bad, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if you look up that video, and because if the killer does not have a 1.5 recovery time, you're in like, in a good spot, honestly. Because after they go down, you can immediately, if you're close enough, go for the revive, and it'll just instantly revive them, which is like amazing. And it's pretty annoying as on the killer side. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, still, it's pretty funny to see happen.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. I did see that video. I was planning to play Arlo because of that.
They're gonna finish this gen, aren't they? Yeah, they're gonna finish this gen, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they finished it.
So, what do you think about the vault block timer, since it was now 75 seconds for loopers?
To be honest, I don't really. Wait, what did you say? Explain it to me again, actually.
Like, you know how before, when you use all your vaults, you would only have to wait 30 seconds until like it gets unlisted. What do you think about the new timer, since it's now 75 seconds?
Oh, because it's at 75 seconds. So
Yeah.
I like that change because it makes infinites less like
Possible.
possible. Because before it used to be so much easier to just infinite around an area and whatnot. But now it actually requires some thinking and like where you want to transition and where you want to go, rather than like, oh, let me just loop around the same area and then blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but if you vault twice, it halves the timer. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's true or not from what I've heard. So I don't know if that's true. I'd have to test it. But honestly, I honestly think that it was a really good change. And Gen Rushers getting 60 seconds, that's fine too. Honestly,
Yeah.
that is fine. I'm just glad that they didn't keep the whole 4 vault thing because, oh my god, that was so abusive to use.
Yeah.
It honestly was. Oh my god. But yeah, no.
Oh, my bad. Continue.
No, you can go now. I'll let you go.
Okay. For the vault block timer, I think it is true for the two vaults because technically, if you do it in Lakeview or any other map, you could just technically infinite. So for the middle part of St. Anne's, you start to greenhouse and just transition to the next building. So you know how there's greenhouse, the fountain, and then the other building to the left.
Yes.
So you could just do all of those loops and just do it in a circle, and technically your vault timers will not be blocked. So you can still infinite in the game. Same thing as Lakeview. You can just transition to every vault in the game as long as you're playing like a speedy survivor like Jonas or Yara. So I mean, personally, I think they should maybe increase the vault timer because it is still pretty broken to infinite loop in certain maps like Lakeview.
Certain maps do have very powerful loops though.
Yeah.
I will say. I know they were fixing Lakeview again, and they're looking into it, and they're doing really well with that. I hope.
Yeah.
St. Anne's, I know they said like you said, they're gonna look into.
Yeah.
And what's another map you said?
It was. Yeah, that was the only two. I think those.
Was the only two. I saw that they're looking into also Dawnwood tweaks, which I'm happy for because oh my god, every loop on that map is absolutely safe. Now people can argue it's an easy genlock map, but like
it is still really difficult.
It's still difficult because even if you have like I've always said, 8 people alive in a genlock is just not. Unless you're an idol, which is doable, but like still, it's a long game. It's gonna stall out for so long, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. Now speaking of Dawnwood, what do you think about like just the certain loops? Because there is a loop, and I did see a video about it. Like the small cabin. You could just do all of those 3 loops, transition to main, and then go back down. What do you think that the changes are deserved?
For which loops?
Dawnwood, just the whole entire map.
I think it needs a change, dude. The whole map in general is just an infinite loop. The map, the trees, everything. It's insane how, like, how good the loops are, especially the tree ones if you know how to run them.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's ridiculous. Like all the trees, it's like basically Renoke. You know how Renoke has all those trees that are like super safe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, those. It's basically that, but like on like every corner of the map on Dawnwood. I don't know what they're gonna do if they get rid of the stumps. I guess, but I mean, it's still gonna be infinite.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Roanoke Woods, since they said they're gonna actually fully going to tweak it, since they said it's gonna get like, hold up, they did say it was gonna get changed a bit.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they're finally gonna go look into it again, because to be honest, the map in the middle is just the most annoying thing to deal with as killer. You honestly, like, you can play slasher, right? But like still, like those tree loops, the buildings, they added another building in the corner all the way in the map because I understand why, because it was a dead zone, right? There was nothing in that corner. But to add a whole cabin like that's safe too is insane to me. But I mean, I guess I see what they were trying to go for. Renoke has been an interesting topic for me because you know, the last two updates they've done to it, or at least the last update they did to it was like, you know, I'm glad that they added a little slope to like go up the ramp, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one. Second one was when they tried to nerf the middle loop, which, yeah, it still did nothing. It's still pretty.
It's still pretty broken.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I just hope that they just fix the whole middle area in general. The middle area is the main issue, is the problem, right?
Yeah.
Even like the outside of the map, you know, that's fine. Yeah, you can. There's the two tree loops that's like on the side of the map. That's a problem, and then it transitions to a house. But like, I think the main focus they need to focus on is the middle of the map, because that is where it's the most contested, and that is where most people will go to if they need a loop. And it just needs to be looked at. That's all.
Now I'm approaching my last question. What do you think about now the new skins that are getting released, like the zombie skins?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, Chief. All of them, not all of them, but some of them look ugly, whack. I'm sorry. Look, to whoever created these skins, you know, hey, I'm glad you're creating these, right? Amazing, right? But some of them just don't match very well. Like, if I go check right now, you know, Seashore Lurker Stalker is not it, Chief. I'm sorry. It's fine.
But it's not it.
Isn't, yeah, Zombie Principle, the Parasite Protocol, it just doesn't look right or fit his like whole thing in general.
Yeah.
Werewolf, I see what they were trying to go for, but I mean, like,
I was actually gonna go on to this. So werewolf, the skin for a werewolf, I think they just copied the cursed werewolf skin.
I'm pretty sure,
because it just looks the same. There's no change.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the teeth that are really big is what really concerns me. I'm like, why?
That's like the only thing that sticks out, but it just looks like the cursed skin for werewolf.
Yeah, Diesel Fiend Principle though looks pretty nice. I will say that.
That skin does look nice. I won't lie.
Vampire King Boss, I can definitely accept too. It's not bad. Mad Drifter Experiment just looks, I don't know.
That thing is I don't know. I don't rock with that.
I don't rock. Yeah, if I see that skin in game, bro, I'm gonna puke. Like that looks disgustingly, but like,
exactly.
not in a good way. Just in a.
I don't know. That's like really gross in my opinion.
Lethal Flash EG looks cool. White Swan Kiara, that's fine. You know, the Survivor skins always have like
good skins,
decent skins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for that Callum one. That one we don't. You know,
we don't talk about Callum.
We don't talk about that one.
we don't talk about that one.
Oh. But yeah, no.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Apostate also finally got a skin after like, feels like 2 years almost.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I don't think that skin really matches here.
I was gonna say, Fishing Season Polluted is kind of.
It's an interesting skin.
Interesting, yeah. It's not bad.
It's honestly not bad, yeah.
And then Dante got Fishing Season, and Boss got a purple skin too. Boss's purple skin is all right. Like, it's a purple skin. I understand
it's
that.
There.
It's there. But yeah.
I think that's all my questions for today.
Oh, sweet. All right, no problem, man.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Prekeepr.
No problem, man. No problem. All right. I very much thank you for inviting me to this.
Have a great day.
Have a good day.